Bitcoin ETF honeypots purchased 3 times the amount of mined Bitcoin in 1 month. So, when supply shock? Bitcoin crypto morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's Pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing. All a humble opinion of this piano Zamboni bringing the data. The FOMO index has inched up to 78 from yesterday's 76. Bitcoin dominance 56.2%. 24-hour volumes 124 billion. The overall market cap 3.57 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, despite the entire human race of retail investors quietly quitting the Bitcoinosphere, price action keeps going up. But we talked about this, so it should have come as no surprise to anyone in this boutique community when Bitcoin price action, well, she had a little pump level. Now, maliciously speaking, our first headwinds would be up at 101.2-ish. The Bears have a volumatic stronghold and presence. My heartbreakingly optimistic outlook for today and this week would be to continue up to retest this channel's resistance at 102.2-ish, then breaking out. Lord love a doc. She didn't do just that. After finally crawling over the 200 moving average, our collective barometer of bullish prowess, Bitcoin exercised said prowess and started to pump up, picking out at 102.6 and has petered out to time of production 101.4. Now it looks like we have received a textbook rejection from our channel of Ascension's resistance. So there is a high probability of further downside retracement, and the foist level to keep your papers on is the 23.6% fib down at 101.5, followed by the 38.2% fib at 100.5, and if she's so darn tootin', she could even retest a big old psychological level of 100K, which is also the 50% fib. Now, in a normal crab chop suey market, I would expect price action to retrace all the way back to our channel of ascension support down at 98.6, which is the loving arms of the 200 moving average, and the 78.6% fib, a lesser known fib that rarely shows up to family gatherings due to his social awkwardness, his love of Star Wars and Dungeons and Dragons, but it's there, and in this case it lines up with some decent bearish corrobs. Never run the ding dong, you can see. We have got stuck in the first headwinds we talked about yesterday, and if you're a numbers guy, we have carved out 7 green candles in a row, so we've developed what I call bearish time divergence, and that is when you have price action going up, but the amount of gains over the amount of time is low, and in this case, case, we have a 10% gain over 7 days. Now, 10% gain is nothing to side-eye, although none of us get up for a 10% gain. But when it's cast over 7 days, it tells me that the rally failed to gain the bull's buy-in, so it's probably going to peter out. Now, and I say, if this bearish time divergence does play out, I would expect price action to retest this channel of eternal monotony support way down at 97.5, which is also the 50% fib, which is also in the loving arms of the 20 and the 50 moving average. So you can see we are on a tight mathematical grid with price levels following the fibs. This is a healthy, rational market with little to none manipulation. But as Bitcoiners, we crave the swings, we live on volatility. 10% upside is for the boomers' 2-year mutual funds. Boring. Would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth, a day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days yet. We're lucky enough to have anyway, so get out there and knock 'em dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. And that's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. Where am I? And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee, join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing it with me now. Over on the banks of boom to spank, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, cha-cha-chin.
Why does it take so long to switch from that thing? See, if I press the button, it would maybe speed it up, but it's like, well, do I press the button now or do I just let it peter out? And it's unnervingly long for me in behind the scenes here, waiting for that thing to peter out. One thing I didn't have on my old bingo card for 2025 is Canada and a strategic Bitcoin reserve. I don't know why. It slipped my mind, I suppose. I just thought, because I like Canada is the autistic, savantish, socially awkward, underachieving, younger middle child brother of the States. So it's like, I just kind of thought, well, if the States run it, then it may, gush over into Canada, so to speak. But I never thought Canada itself would, contemplate a Bitcoin strategic reserve, and then of course Trudeau resigns. And I mean, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors in the whole Trudeau resignation because he's still there. It's kind of like if I were to have a job and I was like, listen, everyone, I'm quitting. And then for the next 2 months, I come back every day and work. So, I mean, this politics, a lot of smoke and mirror in the Kabuki theater, right? So, although it's a move in the right direction, and I think that's, if there's any takeaway from anything that's happening in the past little while is that there's, if the sun is truth, if the truth is the sun, and everything orbits around it, sooner or later, things revert to its natural mean, which is truth, right? So you can see how far off we got in 2020, 21, 22. Like we got so far off from the orbit of truth that I wasn't sure we'd ever come back to it. I always had faith that, truth always conquers. You can't keep it down. I mean, you can try. There's a million lies you can know to keep the truth down, but the truth usually sees the light of day. It's like the beach ball underwater. It's gonna come out. But yes, Curtis Neal, it seems like a small win. It is, but it's a move in the right direction, right? So it's like I can't sit here and complain about politics and then not take into consideration small wins when they do happen. However, it's with these in a free market. Let's just go off a little tangent here. In a free market, when there's a problem with the product, when people demand certain things, entrepreneurs come in and fill that hole, and then we get a product that everyone loves. I feel like we're kind of sitting here with a demand for a product while the entrepreneurs at the helm. So I'm talking about platforms like Facebook and X and YouTube. We're all sitting here like hoping and praying, and to a certain degree demanding, but we've kind of lost the ability to demand and to march and to put up a fight. I think so. All we really want is free speech. Is like, what? Why is that so hard? Do you know what I mean? Like, why is it such an ordeal just to get free speech? Is it the biggest pain in the psychopathic elected elite's ass to have free speech, to give people what they want? So let's take it out of the psychopathic elected elite's hands. As entrepreneurs, the whole is free speech. So you see the pushback with X here, and to a certain degree, each platform has their own right to do whatever they want, as long as they're privately owned. But here's another tangent. They were never privately owned. Most of these platforms were created by government 3-letter agencies, and to a certain degree, they're backdoored and they're, shadow run by these same 3-letter agencies that not only created them, but they funded them. So we are sitting in that. Let's just forget about that. Let's say they were just completely private entities. Let's say Elon Musk owned it 100% free. There was no other massive hedge fund shareholders or people from concentric circles of money and power that were running the back doors as well. Well, a smart cookie, I was about to play the song. A smart cookie would like 60% like ratio. Yeah, it's dismal. It's dismal on this channel, XRP. 150 and 57 likes. I don't know. Maybe it's too early in the morning. I don't know what to say about it. I don't like asking for it because I'm just not like that. So it is what it is. But as an entrepreneur, you would think that they would go, you know what I think people really want is free speech. I know it sounds crazy, but I think people are really dying for free speech. How about we give it to them? And then, boom, it fills the need of the entire population. What's the matter, you? Hey, why you no pressing the like? Hey, it's easy to do. Hey, shut up in your face. Yes. So maybe I need another song to encourage people to like and share. There's not enough song in these videos to do it. Or maybe it's just become there's so much of it that you can't really hear it. Anyway, enough of that. I hate it. I hate that aspect of it. It drives me crazy. And so to a certain degree, the Facebook kind of said they're getting rid of fact checking, Now, is it Facebook getting rid of fact checking, or is it the backdoor government 3-letter agencies that are saying maybe we should shadow fact check it? The problem I have with all these stuff is that at the end of the day, I looked at a comment and it just derailed me. Let me see if I can get back. What I have a problem with, with these platforms is that we kind of give everyone the benefit of the doubt that there is a free market running around and it's fair game, but nothing's fair game. Like the one thing I've learned from a lot of the people at the squash club, the older guys, they all came from a handout, so to speak, whether it's their family, whether it's, so there's insiders on all these levels, right? So we think that it's a free market, and to a certain degree, there might be a little bit of free market capitalism, meritocracy going on these platforms. But really, if they can slow you down, your reach, so to speak, like let's say they don't like what someone's saying, they can clamp it down. Well, if they can clamp it down, they can clamp it up. So essentially, they're the new bullhorns. Is that what they're called? Bullhorns? Hey. They're the new bullhorns of the propaganda arm. So whatever they want the narrative to do, they amp it up. They pour gas on whatever narrative they want, and they cover up whatever narrative they don't. So it'd be nice if there was an actual decentralized social media platform that had all the people on it. And I guess, at the end of the day, some people just don't want freedom. I get it. Some people want to be slaves, but intellectually, financially, everything. We don't all share the same value, but that's the weird part about Bitcoin. So I saw this thing yesterday on Twitter. We'll get to some TA, some sight reading TA in a second. It's not that pretty, right? It's not that pretty. Unfortunately, some of the things I said in my video had already come true, So I don't know. Maybe hit the likes to get your information. I don't know. 3 hours before it comes. Maybe it's just lucky today. Who knows? So I saw this thing about Bitcoiners. It was a guy complaining. It's like, so let me get this straight. Now, in order for me to be a Bitcoiner, I gotta only eat meat, be completely Christian, and a bunch of other stuff. Right? I can't remember the stuff, and I'm like, geez, it sounds like my number 5 thing yesterday was de-gurify. Have I fallen into the narrative, the cult of Bitcoinization as your very being, what you subscribe to? And to a certain degree I have, but it's all correlated with the truth, with the sun, right? It's when you learn an uncommon knowledge about economics and money and power, well, you start thinking, well, if this was a lie, what else was a lie? And then you start going down this lie highway. Oh, food's a lie? Oh, okay, well, I'll course correct that. So when you learn the uncommon knowledge about economics, you go, oh, okay, so everything that I learned was a lie. So I'll course correct. And then you go back into hard, sound money and you become a Bitcoiner, right? And then Bitcoiner gives you the desire for more truth. So you go down to the food highway. It's like, oh, okay, everything I learned about food is a lie. Geez. Okay, well, I'll course correct. And then it just keeps on going and going. So there is a correlation with certain aspects of personal sovereignty. Is that a word? Sovereignty that comes with becoming a Bitcoiner, whether you like it or not. You can't uphold the truth in one section and lie to yourself in another, right? You can hold two belief structures at once. For instance, as chartists, we can hold the bearish narrative of a 4-hour chart. At the same time, in our mind, we still have the macro bullish aspect of the weekly. We can do that, but I find with Bitcoin, because it's such a hard sound asset of truth and fact, you can't hold that up here and have the other parts of your life be mired in lies, whether it's physical fitness or food or education system or whatever, everything that we've been lied to, right? You can't, this beacon of truth that we all have subscribed to, this Bitcoin, this revolution, it affects your entire life. Randy Hipper, Bitcoin woke me up to the world. Yes, it does. It has that effect. I've been trying to tell people, I've gotten to some not heated arguments, but a lot of people push back on Bitcoin, especially now. Like I opened up the video with the retail quietly quitting YouTube, Freudian slip, quitting Bitcoin because it's just so so fantastically huge in their minds. So not only do they quietly quit it, but they start poo-pooing it, right? It's like, well, you know what, I'm not in it, and therefore I don't like it. And so what I've been trying to tell people is like, I say, I'm going to kind of insult you here, and I want you to prove me how wrong I am and what a jerk. And I tell them Bitcoin is an IQ test. And once you realize it, your life is completely changed forever. And I hope that insults them. And to a certain degree it does. And whether I'm at the point now where it's like, I don't really care. I mean, we've done our part, you know, how we sat in the bear market, you know, for me as a content creator, making these videos, trying to wake people up. And to a certain degree, we're, you know, just preaching to the choir, you know, we're in our own bubble. We do our best. Yes, Bruce messes with their worldview. That's true. Scotty Mo, when I casually bring up Bitcoin in conversation around friends, I realize how early we still are. Yeah, well, you know, when I say we're not supposed to be here, we're like part of the insiders that snuck in to this. You know, it's rarely humanity and retail like ourselves are allowed to be in the genesis phase, in the foundation myth of something so revolutionary like Bitcoin. But here we are. And to a certain degree, it may get away on everybody as we know it. So as early investors in Bitcoin, and I'd argue you get in right now, you're still early, considering it always goes up. So to a certain degree, 100,000 is no different than 10K, you know, 4 years ago. $10,000. Oh, it's $10,000. That's insane. I'm too late. Why would I buy a Bitcoin at $10,000? That's crazy. Then it goes to 100K. And now we're at 100K, and everyone's kind of saying the same thing. Oh man, 100K. That's insane. Why would I ever put any money into something that's $100,000? Then it goes to $1 million, right? And we'll have the same argument at $1 million that we're having right now. Wow, I don't have it anymore because honestly, I don't care, right? People don't get it. I don't know. I'm off my pulpit. Is that what it's called? The pulpit? I don't care. You missed it. You missed it, right? You know, I'm here for this community, and I think, you know, we can build this together from inside out. Rather than, you know, if people don't see it, you know, what do you tell them? What do you tell them? You know, I've resorted to insulting them. That's where I am right now in my Bitcoin journey. On the 4-hour chart, we have already hit the 38.2% fib, almost. I mean, how close do you get before you start arguing with pianomattyb here? We did 100.5. Now, this is just because we got a serious rejection from our Channel of Ascension's line. You know, I always say I just arbitrarily make these. I don't scientifically, you know, where should this be? But in my simulation, look at these candle closes right at it. You know, we just threw a couple of 30-year-old drunken wicks above there, crying, dancing girls there. And I'm so happy I'm crying. And then we got rejected. Now, we know this. Lyndon, have fun staying poor. That would be the next echelon of my insulting them. I just want them to get their like somebody even called it magic internet money. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, get 'em mad, pianomattyb lasers. Yes, in a normal market, you know, you get a rejection from resistance, you go back down to support. And it's no big deal because if we see, you know, speaking of crabs, it's a 4% range. That's nothing. Now, if we were to come back here, the 3% of retail sentiment that is still left in the bull market at 100K would disappear. We'd go down to minus. Everyone would be bearish again, right? Which is insane. But it's only a 4% swing. This looks like a huge move. Looks like a huge move all the way down to the 78.6, that socially awkward fib at 98.5. Because as soon as we're under 100K, everyone's like, that's it. It's over. You know, we had a good run. Let's back to 10 grand. It's really quite amazing. Holy smokes. Look at this, folks. It's Duke. He actually woke up and he's going to come play a song, I suppose. Aren't you, buddy? Yeah. Okay. What are you going to play, my boy? Do you want to maybe say hi and you exercise your voice a little bit, or are you just going to be mute? What are you going to play then? How about we?
I don't know.
Let's try our continuing saga of Bohemian Raps. Hold on a second. 9-year-old playing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Is this the real life?
Teacher said, "Duke, can you play that some other time?" Says it all. Let's do it, buddy.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low, and anywhere the wind blows, nothing anywhere the wind blows, nothing really matters to me, to me. Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled the trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life has just begun. Now I'm gonna throw it all away. Mama, I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. Carry on, 'cause nothing really matters. Too late, my time has come. Sent shivers down my spine. Now I'm aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. I gotta leave you behind to face the truth. Mama, I don't wanna die. Sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. I see a little silhouette of romance. Get a mood, can you do the fandango? Bolts of lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Mexico,
Magnifico.
Magnifico. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, bearing his life from his monstrosity. Easy go, will you let me go? Be still, I know we will not let you go, let me go. I'll let you go, let me go. Will I not let you go, let me go? Will I let you go, let me go? No, Mamma mia,
buddy. Nice. Go
Can I
ahead.
stay home from school and play piano today?
We will talk about it. Unbelievable. Nice job. Holy smokes.
I'll play piano for the rest of the day.
Actually, I got to go get a haircut, so we can't do that. Maybe tomorrow.
I'll come to the haircut.
You will, eh? Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in a second. Bohemian Rhapsody by a 9-year-old. I think that's pretty impressive as a proud dad. Thank you for the super chat, Carl Elder. Thank you for the 5 memberships, Misco. Keeping the lights on here on this small little YouTube channel. Thank you very much, everybody. Wow, I still can't believe it. It's unbelievable. Bohemian Rhapsody. It's a, you know, Kyle and I always joke how hard Bohemian Rhapsody. Now we do it every night, right? But there was a time where people would request it and we didn't know it because it's just a really weird song to do. As easy as some of the parts are, once it goes da da da, you know, like that. It's a very weird song with no real tonal center, and then we kind of simplified it. I never thought Duke would be able to play it at his age. That is for sure. But he's a smart cookie, so he's an impressive little dude here. Is there anything else to talk about on the charts here? Well, this is the pushback we said. You know, our first headwinds would be here. We found it. Now, would it be so crazy to go retest this? No, 97.5. You can imagine retail. Exit. Don't let the door hit you on the way out as it hits 97.5 and everyone, the 3% that are here, leave again. Gata Life, thoughts on a new prime minister for Canada? Well, it seems like Pierre Poilievre will probably be the new, but it's the swing, right? It's the swing of truth, the truth swing. So, you know, will he be, he is a crypto and, you know, more importantly, a Bitcoin advocate. He was made fun of for being it. So that's why I think I started the stream off with, I didn't really see it on my bingo card. But, you know, they've all worked for the WEF. So, I mean, you know, they can clear the internet of those pages where they are WEF young, whatever they are. But they still are. So what change can you really have until that's decimated? And maybe old Donnie Trump will decimate the WEF, because it's like, you know, we're not in control as a people, as a freedom loving democracy. You know, I don't even like using the word democracy. It's the illusion of democracy. But let's say democracy as we know it and want it to perform like, WEF would be gone, right? It'd be gone, but it's not. So you always got to ask yourself, why is that not gone yet? Okay, we're having a little bit of a continued dump here. So what do we say? 100K would be the next, which is 50%. Squeaky McGee, pianomattyb for prime minister. Well, see, I saw this Andrew Tate thing where I didn't have Andrew Tate, prime minister of Britain. Now, this is why the illusion of democracy has always been a thorn in my side, because you would think with the advent of, you know, popular influencers, you know, that really have the zeitgeist of the majority of the population, they would be able to attain, you know, a political position. But there's so many weird gates, you know. I feel like Donald Trump's been the only one to break through it, you know, so far as we know, like almost as independent, or use it loosely. But you know, you would think that Andrew Tate would have enough young people's opinions, you know, that, or young people's buy-in, that he could, you know, get in power. But you got to have all these seats, you know, you have to have people representing these seats, you know. In Canada, let's say pianomattyb's YouTube channel blows up. It's the biggest YouTube channel in Bitcoin, which it should be. We know it should be. But let's say that happens, and the clout that would give me, you would think it would allow me, well, maybe I'll, you know, run for prime minister and clean everything up, you know, and then I'll just go for 4 years and then clean everything up and get the hell out of here, you know, because someone just needs to go and clean it up, right? I couldn't do it. You know, it's like, could Joe Rogan do it? No. There's all these weird little hurdles that prevent that thing from happening, for better or for worse. But that's why I don't believe in it. You know, like these parties, it's the odds. What are the odds of like a outside system? You know, so in Canada we have 3. You have 2, and then miscellaneous, right? We have 3, and then miscellaneous. You know, the odds of them coming into power are so low that it's just almost like planned opposition of sort. You know, it's like to throw away your vote, so to speak. Anyway, I'm on a tangent here, but it's frustrating because you would think that there would be more ways for people with influence to change the system, but there's 2 systems. You know, there's the entertainment system, and then there's the entertainment system. Oh, I mean the political system, right? So the 2 things are different. However, exactly the same. Thank you very much for the super chat, Carl Elder. Thank you for the memberships, Misco. Unbelievable day, everybody.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video.